No,
I keep getting messages, but now it's working.
Are we up now? Okay. I will call the town council meeting of April 8th, 2024 to order. And the first order of business would be the invocation and the pledge.
All right, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and thank you for the beautiful weather that you've given us. Father, as we gather together this evening, we just ask for your many blessings, and please continue to grant us the wisdom and guidance as we make the best decisions for our wonderful town. And all these things we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. And Terry, will you lead the pledge?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we do have 3 public hearings today. 4:15, we have the public hearing for the approving of the cable franchise agreement between town and Comcast. Ordinance 4:25, ordinance 221, acquisition of real property for a public purpose. And then at 4:35, public hearing for ordinance 220, adopting the 2025 budget and setting the real property tax rate. Okay, so we'll move on to everyone should have received a copy of last month's minutes.
All right, I move to approve the minutes for March 11th, 2024 as presented.
I'll second.
Any further comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I know Christy Hollander is out, but, I think Mary's coming in, okay. Welcome. Just getting started here. Okay, well, good. Move to the treasurer's report. Angie?
Thank you. The only change or transfer that was made in March was $300,000 from MLGIP to checking. Most of the rest of it's working on the budget, getting the budget finished in March, and so I don't know if you have any questions for me.
Comments, questions?
We'll cover that later.
Yep. Yeah. We'll have a little more discussion.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. And Mike Bailey, Planning Department.
Yes, sir. Members, the Planning Commission at this time does not have any items on the agenda for April 15th.
Okay.
And I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have of some of the projects that are going on. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody have any comments, questions for Mike?
I think I'm good. Just one quick one though. I think we talked on this last meeting. What was the update on where Happy Dragon was again? Not Happy Dragon, Happy Seafood.
So they they just received Public Works approval, and they have to obtain Soil Conservation District's final approval, and then they will be moving back here to the Planning Commission for approval.
Okay.
Final approval.
So that's not too
And
far out then.
recommendations.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Car wash, right?
Yes,
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else for Mike? Thank you, Mike.
yes, sir.
Okay. And we've got a copy of the police report. Rachel's not with us today. I know that they've been busy this weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
It's like she's had a busy month, a lot of training and a lot of crime prevention. So that's good.
44 traffic stops in town, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay. And Laschelle, we'll go ahead and move on to your report then.
Okay. Present a few items before the public hearing.
So the first public hearing is at 4:15. We'll jump down to liquor license letter of support for Sip Cafe located at 22845 Washington Street. This is the old Doodah Deli site, and Jonathan Boss is here, a familiar face from town. And do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're going to do there?
Yeah, sure. This is gonna be, casual food, casual drinks, nice atmosphere, very fun. It's gonna be good. Got a lot of ideas, but I gotta put it together. Let's go.
And Jonathan was part of Antoinette's garden at one time, so he does have.
I don't want to say it'll be a better version of that, but it's like,
At this point, we're asking for a Class D license, and as he adds food, maybe he'll transfer to a restaurant license eventually.
When do you think you'll be open?
well, pending I get this and then a couple other items, July. Yeah.
July.
Maybe June, but I don't want to rush it.
2 weeks, Mary, the answer is always 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It is always 2 weeks. You're right. All right, I move to approve a favorable letter of recommendation for a Class D tavern liquor license to Sip Cafe in the name of Jonathan Boss, located at 2285 Four?
845.
okay, Washington Street, Unit C.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and second, further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll get the
Good
letter.
luck.
Yep, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck. You got 2 weeks.
Somebody's not gonna let that stop.
And while we're on that piece of property, the marquees need to be updated there. We need to talk to Rayner. There's still Topsology and Doodah Deli. Obviously, Doodah Deli is new, but Topsology's been gone for over a year and it's still up on the sign.
Alrighty, next is to introduce Resolution 2-24, petition for annexation for Cedar Lane Senior Living Community, 3 parcels of land. Cedar Lane has submitted a petition to annex 5.86 acres into the town. The parcels are shown on tax map 40, grid 6, parcel 71, tax map 41, grid 1, parcel 220, and tax map 40, grid 6, parcel 133. And they're all owned already by Cedar Lane Senior Living Community 3. After introduction of this resolution, staff will begin to the annexation process and working with Cedar Lane. Then the next step would be we send the annexation plan and all the petition to the state, the county, and all the other agencies. They have 30 days to review, and then we will be working on the annexation agreement during that time, and then it will come back to you all for a public hearing, and that gets advertised 4 weeks each week. So it will probably be in June. I would anticipate a public hearing.
That's what I was gonna ask when that comes back, so probably June timeframe.
Probably June.
Okay.
By the time we get the comments back from the state, and then you have to advertise in a certain amount of time, so it'll probably be the June timeframe.
Okay. And just to give everybody background, what's their thoughts there with that property?
Well, Eric is here. Would you like to add
We've
anything?
got a few people here, might wanna.
You guys always put me on the spot.
You're so good at it.
Not even dressed for the occasion.
You're fine.
No, Cedar Lane is planning a 70-unit multifamily senior affordable housing project to be congruent with our current business model, which is offering the citizens of St. Mary's an affordable option in their later years. So we look for your approvals.
Thank you.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that, Eric. All right, so any questions on that? And we'll just be going through the process. Still have a little more time. We have one other petition for annexation to introduce today, the same process. Alfred and Joan Mattingly submitted a petition for annexation into the town of Leonardtown for a 20.57 acre parcel of land shown at tax map 41, grid 1, parcel 195. on March 13th, 2024. Following the introduction of this resolution, staff will begin working through the annexation process, just like the former one. And this parcel is adjacent to the other 3 parcels by the Cedar Lane annexation. And this one is requesting IO zoning, which is compatible with the RL zoning that it currently has with the county. So that one will be probably on the same track, but they will be separate.
And this is actually right, backs up to Route 5.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Any
Comments,
on that?
questions on that?
You said probably June as well?
Yes, but pretty much the same track.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the next item is to introduce ordinance number 222, approving the acquisition of certain real property for public purpose, tax map 133, grade 15, parcel 330. For the March 6, 2024 action taken by the town council, a contract to purchase 16,978 square feet plus or minus has been negotiated with RAR Associates for the purchase of a parcel of land shown as tax map 133, grade 15, parcel 330 at 22532 Washington Street for the purpose of providing additional public parking at Leonardtown Wharf. A sale price of $695,000 has been agreed upon. It's down from the current asking price of $785,000. The town has discussed the need for additional parking at the wharf based on increasing popularity and the usage of the park. A public hearing will be held at the May 13th Town Council meeting. RAR Associates subdivided the property in 2011 and has conceptually proposed a 4,315 square foot office building on the site previously. So this is just for introduction, and we will hold a public hearing on May 13th.
Okay.
Let's see, have time for the last one then.
Sure.
Introduction of ordinance number 223, a property tax credit for volunteers of the Leonardtown Volunteer Fire Department and Leonardtown Volunteer Rescue Squad. As part of the budget process for FY25, it was requested for staff to look at offering a tax credit for all town real property tax assessed on volunteers for the fire department and rescue squad who own a home in Leonardtown and qualify for the state of Maryland homestead tax credit. A public hearing will be held on this ordinance at the May 13th Town Council meeting as well. And I have also attached with the ordinance an application. What would happen is they have to be eligible for the homestead tax credit. That's a one-time tax credit they sign up with through the state, and then it applies year after year. And then each year there's a Form 502 that they would submit, that they submit with their taxes, and they would just need to bring that to the town each year before May 1st, and they would get their property tax credit for the entire amount of their property tax, town property tax for that year. Thank you.
Yeah, and I know Mary, you've been working on this, I appreciate that, and just to give you some personal background in there, I don't want, I've had a number of members of the family that have been members of the fire department and the rescue squad. My grandfather would have been a charter member, but he was actually at the hospital with my grandmother giving birth to my aunt, so that's why he wasn't there, but he actually helped. He had McKay Motor Company, McKay, and he helped build the first fire engine. So, and then my oldest brother Freddie, he was just recognized as being with the fire department for 65 years of service in January. And my other brother Tommy, since passed away, he was a member of the rescue squad. But you know, I have no family members that would be affected by this new ordinance. You know, there's really, Freddie does not live in town, so
Right.
just want to kind of give everybody a heads up there. So. But no, certainly appreciate everything the fire department and the rescue squad does for us. So.
Well, it's a nice thing. I mean, right now, for
Yeah.
all the hours that they put in, they get approximately a $500 tax credit.
Okay.
So, you know, if there's something else, and it only is a benefit to the town to have rescue squad and firefighters living in town, so it's only a benefit. So this is a win-win for everybody, I think. Yeah. So very
Let's
happy.
schedule the public hearing
Thank you.
at the May meeting. then.
Yep. Good, and entertain the motion to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing for the resolution of 124, approving cable franchise agreement between the town of Leonardtown and Comcast of Maryland LLC.
All right, I move to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing for resolution 1-24.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, just a little background. Comcast of Maryland LLC made application for a franchise in the town of Leonardtown on January 12th of this year. The application met the requirements of Chapter A165 of the Town Code. On February 12th, 2024, following a public hearing, the council granted a franchise to Comcast. As per the Town Code A165, a franchise agreement has been drafted and advertised for public review in the County Times on March 21st, 2024. Following today's public hearing regarding the franchise agreement, action can be taken on Resolution 1-24 to grant that franchise. No comments have been received from the public. And we do have on the Zoom call Chris Mulhall, who was here in January when we had the public hearing, in case you have any questions. Welcome, Chris. I think we can hear you.
Chris, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any comments from you?
No, we're excited to do business with you guys.
So we did
Okay.
meet last week with the crew that will be on the ground installing the lines, and Chris and myself and Tony and Timmy Lacey from the plant, with just kind of putting a plan together for marking the lines and how they're going to coordinate with Tony on a daily basis. So we look forward hopefully to a smooth process.
And this will give the residents and businesses a choice.
Exactly. And that's all I have. So
Okay, no other comments then?
public comments.
And any public comments?
Thank God.
Anybody here?
Competition is good.
Competition's good.
Yes.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing then, the
Public hearing.
public hearing, open the public session.
All right, I move to close the public hearing and open the regular meeting.
I'll second.
Who's the second?
Mary.
Mary, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay. You all have any questions for either Chris or myself? Otherwise, a copy of the franchise agreement is in your packet. It's pretty much pretty much the same as definitely all the fees and everything are the same as what we have from Breeze Line, and it is a 10-year franchise. And it's non-exclusive, which means Breeze Line can continue to operate in Comcast as well.
I know I asked it last month or 2 months ago, and I've already forgotten. So how soon will they start if it's approved?
Well, they would like to start yesterday.
Yeah, like I remember I thought it was like this month sometime.
Yeah, well, once this is all finalized and the franchise agreement is signed, and then, they're ready to get started right away.
And when would they start rolling out to the community members?
I believe, Chris, you'll start soliciting for business right when they get started on putting the lines in. Is that what you had said?
If not about the same time, very close.
Okay.
And they're gonna start, I believe, in the Leonard's Grant area, that area of town, Single Tree and all there.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna ask, where were they gonna start, so, okay.
And so anywhere that they have existing poles and they are allowed to go on the poles, they'll go on the poles. Otherwise, they'll go underground.
No, figuring
Here.
this.
We have a question from the audience.
Is it commercial and residential?
Yes, that's why I said both residential and commercial.
Okay, I missed
will
that.
benefit, yes.
And is it cable or fiber?
Cable.
Cable.
Is that correct, Chris? You're not doing any fiber, right?
This is our state-of-the-art EPON network. It is fiber.
Oh, it is
Oh,
fiber, okay.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Okay. Comments, questions?
All right, I move to approve Resolution 1-24, granting a 10-year non-exclusive franchise to Comcast of Maryland LLC.
I'll second.
Motion and second, further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Look forward to
My
it.
pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not quite 4:25 yet, so.
All right, so the only other thing on my report before the 4:25 public hearing is Main Street update from Emily.
Good afternoon, everyone. Apologies, I don't like having my back turned to anyone that I'm speaking to, so I'm gonna try to face everyone. So Leonardtown Main Street has been hard at work. Our advisory council has met quite a few times. And this evening, among other updates, I come to you with our mission statement, which we worked very diligently on, lots of tweaking. But we wanted to be really intentional with our verbiage, so I'll read it for everyone. Leonardtown Main Street aims to restore and preserve the historic character of downtown while promoting smart growth benefiting the town's residents, businesses, and visitors. We enhance the quality of life by hosting a wide range of artistic, entertaining, and family-oriented experiences. So we ask that you formally adopt that on behalf of Leonardtown Main Street. Some other quick updates. We have a sustainability project coming up. You may remember that the fifth pillar of Maryland Main Street is clean, safe, and green. So we're excited that the National Junior Honor Society group from St. John's is going to be coming out and doing some beautification planting around town in some of our pots, with portulaca specifically. And we also have lots of other fun and exciting things rolling out. We have an application ongoing for Project Restore to the state. And then, of course, we had our next round of facade grant rollout. Those are due May 10th. So lots of fun and exciting things. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think we need to act
gonna say-
for, we just maybe consensus on
Yeah.
adopting the statement that was put forward by the committee.
Yeah, I think sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds very good.
Okay.
Nice job, Emily.
Thank you.
Yeah.
4:23 and
Still not quite there yet.
that's
Rachel's here now. We can recognize her for our weekend of work,
okay.
man.
Tough weekend.
Yeah, sorry for all that you've had to go through.
All right.
The hospice walk went really well.
Did very well. I was very pleased.
You said the highest number of attendees ever?
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
Yes.
It was cold.
So they said.
We were out there.
It was cold.
I saw them coming out of the county. I mean, it's a huge crowd, yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've got 4:25 now, so go ahead and entertain a motion to close the regular meeting, open a public hearing for ordinance 221.
All right, I move to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing for ordinance number 221.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
Okay. So this ordinance was introduced last month. It's ordinance 221, acquisition of real property for a public purpose, tax map 32, grid 12, parcel 175. This is a parcel of land at Meadows at Town Run 2 that is being donated to the town for a well and water tower site. As part of the December 17, 2017 developer agreement between the town and Quality Built Homes, Quality Built Homes agreed to donate a site within the Meadows of Town Run 2 development for the town to construct a water storage tank and drill a new production well. This ordinance was introduced at the March 11th Town Council meeting. The public hearing was advertised in the County Times March 21st and it has been on the town website. No comments have been received. Following today's public hearing, ordinance 221, acquisition of real property for a public purpose, can be taken action on.
Receive any public
No,
comment?
we did not receive any.
Any comments from the, today? Okay. Comments, questions from the council? Okay. And obtain a motion to close the public, public hearing and open the regular meeting again.
All right, I move to close the public hearing, reference to ordinance number 221, and open the regular business meeting.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, any questions? The design is complete for the water tower. We're going out to bid as soon as we get our permit finalized with MDE. And the engineers are working on the well design at this point, so we'll be moving ahead.
Yep. Need to move forward because we basically have no houses left. There's 3 houses left in Meadows. Or no, nothing left in
Clark.
Meadows.
Clark.
Yeah.
Wow.
One by Richmond America and 2 by
Merrick.
Merrick. Yeah.
So after all the permits and engineering design, what's a time frame when you think this will start?
The water tower takes about 18 months construction, so
Okay.
probably once it goes out to bid, it'll probably be maybe 60 days or 90 days after that they'll start, but then it's 18 months. And then we're hoping the well, they'll drill 1 well, and if we're thinking it'll work out to just drill 1 well and not a test well and another well, because we're going into the same aquifer that we're in now and it's close by, so we think we'll have enough data to support that, so that's what we're hoping.
Okay.
And of course, we're borrowing the money through CDA funding, which we finalized last meeting, plus impact fees.
So they can start building houses, but they can't actually connect for 18 months into the water tower or
Well,
water
they
tower?
got 75 EDUs allocated from the existing plant,
Okay.
but they're still, they started the road, they have the road done all the way back to the water tower site, but they weren't able to pave last year because of the rainy season, and of course it's done nothing but rain now,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure when they'll get it paved.
I think
But
every
that is the
season's
first one,
raining.
Yeah, so that they're starting back in the back area by the well and water tower site with the townhomes,
Okay.
which they already have all their approvals, they'll just need to get the road in. But they have, utilities are in, water and sewer is in already, and then the road just needs first coat of pavement, so.
Remind me when the apartments are going in, is that the
They,
same time or is that the
No,
second?
so they're gonna have 1 apartment building, I think, in the next phase, which will be
Okay.
phase 3, which we're starting through review right now.
Yes, it'd be an apartment building and a community.
Right, the
building.
community
Okay.
center and
Phase
apartment
2.
building
Okay.
in the next phase, yeah, which
Okay.
is, it's going through the process right now. But they have enough to do the first phase with EDUs from the existing plant. But
Okay.
hopefully the expansion will be done by this fall anyway,
Right.
so.
Yeah, that road is terrible though. That dirt road that
Oh,
they put in, it's just
yeah,
like a giant mud pit.
Yeah,
It
it
looks,
does nothing but rain,
so I hope they get some asphalt on it soon.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Hopefully. Okay.
Okay, any comments, questions?
Make a motion. I move to approve ordinance number 221, acquisition of real property for a public purpose to acquire a 1.5544 acre parcel of land, part of Meadows at Town Run 2, being donated by Quality Built Homes Incorporated for construction of a well and water storage tower.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
All right, so that's all of my items until the public
Okay.
hearing for the budget.
Still have about 5 minutes for that then. Go ahead and move to my report, LBA report.
Our regular meeting is this Friday, so right now we are just currently getting prepared for the candidate forum.
Okay. And speaking of that, I understand you invited the HOAs?
Oh, okay. I had COVID at our last board meeting, so I
Okay.
couldn't go.
Oh, no.
That's news to me. I will I will confirm that. I can actually try to get that confirmed before the end of this meeting.
Okay,
So-
I mean, because I was concerned if it was just LBA, not many LBA members can actually vote in town, so.
Okay.
Okay, just curious.
Remind us the date, is that April 30th?
30th.
Yes, it's April the 30th, and it's going to be held at the Rex, and I'm showing it's 6:30.
30th.
Okay. Just moving on, I mean, just a big weekend this weekend. The event down at the wharf yesterday was a huge success. Autism awareness, so it was a great crowd, and of course, just all weekend, it was busy in town. So,
Wow.
yep. So.
Busy all month.
Yep, yep. Okay, we'll move on to events. Heather?
Me.
Yep.
Excuse me. I know we've got a lot coming up for Earth Day this whole month, so I'm really excited about businesses participating. Sustainability is near and dear to me. I know on April 19th, we have the fun spring bar crawl, so get out and support our local businesses. I didn't get to make the hospice walk, but kudos to them having the biggest turnout. That's what a great place and nonprofit to support, so that's really great news to hear. Yeah, and then, the third Tuesday Tunes is coming up, so that's April 16th. And I believe, is that there it is, it's from 12 to 1, so, and that's sponsored by my buddy Jimmy Hayden, for Homes for Heroes.
Okay, that it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Dick, Community Development and Planning.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Don't have anything on the development side, just wanted to mention the hospice walk I was able to attend. It was a great event, it's for a great cause. And then the ribbon cutting for social, congratulations, Sean. That was a huge event, a lot of great turnout, and he did amazing work in there, so looks
That
beautiful.
building looks amazing.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Such a turnaround.
And then, Christy, I wanted to ask, the Night the Light for the Fallen Firefighters, is that May 1st through the 5th? I know that's coming up, and LBA's been pushing hard for that.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think I just got an email on that as
Yeah.
well, for that late the night.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that is the week that is happening, and if they're asking to light red and blue, I can't remember.
Was it
Red.
Red.
I think
Red.
red.
Red,
For the
yeah.
firefighters, so.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that is May 5th?
May 1st.
May
May
1st.
1st.
Through the 5th.
Okay.
And that's not just for the businesses, that's for just
Everybody?
average homeowners can do that as well, you know.
Yes.
Any of us can go out and buy red bulbs. Okay, awesome.
Roger, do you have anything to add to
Good
that?
man. No, Ace has, red light bulbs if you want some.
Okay.
We got a few at the firehouse, not many, for free, but of course Ace is gonna charge. But I'm just saying, they didn't know anything about it. I went out there and talked to them last week, so they said they were gonna gear it up.
Okay. Good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the lights in the square, so we're changing them to
Yeah,
red.
change those.
Mhm.
Oh, great.
And we changed them to blue for autism awareness. Very cool.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
already blue now.
Yeah, awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
know.
All right, that's everything from me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Christie's not here, but anything with utilities that we're not aware of?
No, we're just plowing along with
Yep.
expansion and trying to get the water tower out to bid, so.
Okay. Jay, Southern Maryland Municipal Association.
All right, thank you. So I as well did the hospice walk, and it was a tremendous crowd. It really was. So I really enjoyed doing that. MML board meeting, Maryland Municipal League Board of Directors meeting. It's end of April this year, or this month. That's in Annapolis. And I just conversed with Terry a little bit about Southern Maryland Municipal Association meeting. Tentative date's May 8th. The location's to be determined.
Okay.
So I'm going to follow up on that. And again, I attended the ribbon cutting for Social Coffee House. It was very well attended, and congratulations to Sean and his entire staff. So it was very well done. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Mary, Business Development and Retention.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, there's some new open spaces in Leonardtown. So for any of those small businesses that are looking to move, it's an excellent time to come to Leonardtown. I did talk to a restaurateur here recently who has multiple locations, and they were talking about how hard it is, how really hard it is right now. You know, food supplies have costs have gone up. just the cost of materials, buying forks and knives and plates and everything, and it's really getting hard. So please get out there and support your small business, because that's what we need. And Emily, I am so excited about this Main Street paperwork that you've given us with the support for small business. I cannot wait till April 15th. Anyway, but after that, I really want to sit down with you and go through some of this and see how we can help get this stuff out to these small businesses. People, they don't know. I've got so many small businesses that come in and sit down with me and they're like, hey, where do I start? And I'm on the tax side. I mean, I help them as much as I can on that side. But, some of this other things, I see these topics that business owners would appreciate coaching on. I mean, there's some fantastic ideas out there. So let me know how I can help. I'm really excited about that. And that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Right. Thank you. So we do have 4:35, so I'd entertain a motion to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing for the budget.
All right, I move to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing for ordinance number 220, adopting the FY25 budget and setting the real property tax rate.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, Angie.
Angie?
So I'm just going to, everybody has a copy of the recommended budget document, and in there is the Commissioners of Leonardtown budget message. But I'm going to just highlight the budget message instead of read the whole thing. But please refer to that for all the other details on the budget. So just as an overview, the town government is made up of different funds, and so we have the general fund, which is the day-to-day activities of the town, which include community development, planning and zoning, public works, public safety, parks and recs, and administration, and other general government activities. And most of the revenues for the general fund are primarily from property taxes, income taxes, state shared revenues, permits and fees, grants, and other miscellaneous revenue sources. Then we have the enterprise fund, which the enterprise fund includes the operation and maintenance of water and sewer facilities and the collection of trash for both the residents and the businesses in Leonardtown. User service charges finance the daily operation and maintenance of these activities. Water and sewer capacity allocation charges and impact fees are collected on new homes and buildings to pay for the major facility repairs and new infrastructure when needed. So going through just the highlights in the general fund, the income tax is our largest revenue source for Leonardtown in the FY25 budget, and it represents 41% of the operating revenue. And one note to make, that it's very important for everyone in Leonardtown residents to properly file their annual Maryland income taxes to ensure the local share of income tax comes into Leonardtown. Just a reminder of that. The second source of largest revenue source is the real estate property tax. This year we budgeted at $800,000, which represents 29.81% of our operating revenue. The budget maintains the same tax rate as we had in FY24, so we did not raise the tax rate. The next largest revenue source is highway user fees that we get through the state of Maryland. So, let's see. So our general fund expenses this year were $2,683,356, which are for recurring operating expenses and represents a 13% decrease from FY24. The decrease is due to completing some major capital projects that we had done within the general fund. As the town wrapped up major downtown revitalization efforts in FY22, the mayor and council turned their attention to revitalization of the waterfront. They are making a commitment of $73,380 in FY25 budget to be set aside for waterfront revitalization. And as in previous years, the monetary commitment will continue to pave the way for exploring partnerships and grants that would ensure improvements become a reality. Each year during the budget cycle, the mayor and council re-examine the level of general fund unassigned fund balance. This FY25 recommended budget exceeds the 50% goal and is predicted to result in unassigned fund balance of 62% at the end of the fiscal year. So now with our enterprise fund, which the enterprise fund includes the wastewater system, the water system, and trash collection. So in FY25 recommended operating budgets for the wastewater treatment plant and sewer collection systems combined for an 8.91% increase over FY24. The 2% annual increase will be needed to meet this year's operating budget for collections and wastewater treatment plant departments. Under the water system, the recommended budget for FY25 for the water system is 16.75% higher than the FY25 budget. After thorough financial analysis, the council has agreed that waiving the annual increase noted in the Leonardtown Ordinance for the water service charges will not put undue financial pressure on the current FY24 or future financial health of the town's water budget. And then for trash collection, there was no increase in in trash collection charges in the recommended FY25 budget. And then last is our capital projects, not last, those are big capital projects. For our capital projects for FY25 is construction of another water storage tower to serve new customers remains the top water system priority. And construction of the well, the additional well for potable water is also scheduled for FY25. The exterior painting for the Tudor Hall 500,000 gallon water tower has been changed to FY26. And as this community continues to grow, the mayor and council constantly reevaluate the priorities and goals that they believe chart a course for Leonardtown to be the best small town for its residents and businesses. So I also wanted to just note to review the recommended budget and the full message with your budget, so you get all the extra details, but I just wanted to highlight the top ones.
Okay.
So that's all I have. If anybody has any questions?
Any comments, questions for Angie?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just actually curious, I think Laschelle, you had mentioned that we might have a change in the state highway. Did that come back to be the same?
Yeah, it's
Good. Awesome.
They revise it all year long, but
Okay.
we have the most recent revision in there.
Perfect. Thanks.
Did we get any public comments?
We did not. The public hearing was advertised in the County Times on March 21st. Also has been on the town website since then for public review, and copies have been at the front desk as well, and we have not received any comments.
Okay. Any public comments this afternoon? Okay, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing and open the regular meeting.
All right, I move to close the public hearing and open our regular meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Any comments, questions?
Yeah, I want to
Not
thank
until-
Angie and Laschelle for the hard work, getting this all to balance. I know how tricky it is. And I want to thank you guys for the 2 requests that I have that we're able to put a drug awareness campaign in there, and I'll be working with Emily with that. And I'm very happy about that. I walked down the wharf yesterday and I was like, we got to do something. We got to do something to keep the wharf in a nice condition. And I'm excited about the property tax credit for the volunteers. I think that's fantastic. So thank you very much for getting that in. Nice job, you guys.
And keeping the property tax where it was, not increasing it all.
Good job.
I don't think this is the same question Heather just had, but HURs, did that change anymore? I know we talked about that. Is that final?
It's not, well, it isn't final until like next year, but
Okay.
but we have the most recent estimate from the state is in the budget.
In there,
And it's
okay.
usually.
It stays that way,
It's usually
close to it,
close.
okay. And again, thank you, Laschelle and Angie. So I think it's a great budget.
clarify, HUR is highway user revenue.
Comes from the gasoline tax from the
Right.
state. And just to reiterate, so there, for utilities, there's a 2% increase. So we have the ordinance that says automatic 2%
Right.
increase for water, sewer, and trash. But we are only raising the wastewater sewer tax bill by 2%, not the water
Right.
and not the trash this year.
Yeah, I also want to say thank you and very thankful that this is not the county budget. Ours is a lot easier, so it's always a blessing. But thank you also for putting my request in for the bat houses down at the wharf. Looking forward to that. So.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is also a very conservative budget, so
Very.
it's, thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
No, it wasn't.
I've gotten some sleep since February.
Yeah, really.
Any more comments, questions?
I move to approve the FY25 budget as presented and to keep the property tax rate at 12.03 cents per hundred of assessed valuation.
I'll second. Jay got it.
Second, Jay.
Thank you.
Motion and second, further discussion. Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Okay. Anything else good for the cause?
Yep, I have a quick question about the ice house. Obviously, there were multiple requests for proposals that were submitted. I understand that from the article that I read in the Times that you all have selected an individual or a group. Was that an incorrect?
We had 5 people that expressed interest
Okay.
in January. And then we had held an informational meeting and all of them attended. And then they had till March 15th to submit proposals and only one was submitted.
Okay.
And so we had a meeting last Friday to just talk through the details of their proposal. And then it will be going to the council to review and decide where we go from here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, I got confirmation that the HOAs are invited to the candidate forum, and the Light the Night is May 1st through the 5th, and it is Redlands.
Awesome.
Thank you. Hope you're feeling better too.
Thanks. It was rough.
Anyone else? All right, hearing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and as I've been doing for 10 years now, I'm available for any comments, questions, or concerns after the meeting here. Thank you very much.